Before we get into this morning's update, I want to give you a quick synopsis of what to expect. First, we're going to have to look at the XRP daily technical analysis. As we sit at about the 0.396 level, we need to see the major support in the area and resistance. I'll give you the nearest two supports and resistances. I call them S1, S2, R1, R2. You'll get used to that when you start watching the updates. Also, we need to look at the futures market as now the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, S&P, Russell 2000, the DXY are all back online. We've got the Dow in the pre-market on the stock exchange, but we have to look at the DXY as it's back under 104. We also need to look at Bitcoin and see exactly what's going on. As you can see on my screen behind me, Bitcoin's sitting at 24,873, up about 326.85, or up 1.32%. So we're going to take a look at all the technical analysis. As the Dow futures is down 55 points, S&P is down 3.50, and the NASDAQ is up 23.50. Russell 2000 is down 4.80, and the VIX is up 1.03%, or 1.03. So that's just a quick outlook behind us. So make sure to hit that like button, as it really will help me push through the analytics. I really appreciate all the views and the likes on the past several weeks now on videos. You guys have been putting in a tremendous effort, and it's helping pay off. Make sure to hit that like button, as I will see you on the other side of the intro. Good morning, 9:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, February 20th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So let's take a quick look here as XRP's up 2.61% to 0.3968. Before we get into the technical analysis, I'm going to continue to beat this point. When XRP's under 40 cents, that is a tremendous buying opportunity. Anybody who's not paying attention to the current formations, or anybody who's a fan of XRP, who's part of the XRP community, part of the army, or is a XRP holder, you're doing it right. You need to pay attention to XRP as it's down below 40 cents, as I continue to believe that XRP at some point will go sub 20, and that's when we will drop the hammer as far as buying a large portion. Right now, it's the consistent buy week after week on a monthly set buying schedule. XRP is so cheap right now, it's down over 80% from the 2021 high when we got to $1.98. We're still over 80% down from there. And it is not a bad idea to start buying XRP 20 cents on the dollar. So what are we looking at this morning? Well, resistance 1 right now this morning is right at about 404 level. We're calling it 404. And then resistance 2 is all the way up here at 432. So when I say R1, R2, that's resistance 1, resistance 2. And I give you the two closest in the area when we do these short-term targets, short-term updates, especially the start trading weeks in the mornings. So we're looking at 404. And then also up here at 432, if we break down or break up, we have this falling channel resistance. And I'll go over that real quick. So resistance 1 up here on January 26th. Resistance 2. And we're looking for resistance 3 somewhere in here. We just haven't come all the way up there to get that third hit of resistance. We're looking somewhere on that downtrending resistance. We've had 1 hit on the falling channel support. 2, 3, 4. So we've had 4 hits on the falling channel support down here, but we've only had 2 hits on the falling channel resistance. Why is that so important? You need 3 hits on both sides to confirm a pattern, in my opinion. Now, if we can hit that downtrending resistance falling channel, it does something like this. You get rejected and come back down. Or you do something like this, you get on top of it, and then that's how you finally push up to that 432 area. So we need to see if this falling channel resistance actually holds, or if this pattern has higher ambitions to go all the way up for the 432 and maybe even farther. But those are the closest areas I'm going to talk about this morning. And then if you don't know what falling channel resistance and support is, or what the falling channel is, let me give you a quick overview. So I'm going to transition a little bit here, and I'm going to take this moment to teach everybody what a falling channel is. If we're looking at right in this, the downtrending parallel resistance that's connecting lower high, potentially lower high in here. And then we got the falling channel support. lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. So we're connecting the parallel lines. So let's take a look, because some people could even consider us turning into a descending triangle, as that is part of an interpretation of this. So before someone speaks out, they might want to understand what a falling channel is, a descending triangle, and a bearish cipher. You know, and you start to learn different things. Right now, I still think this can be classified as a falling channel. We're trying to verify this, but if we look at the wider pattern, so that we're all on the same page here, I'm not saying what we're looking at in front of us is a descending triangle. I'm saying the other pattern that I've drawn out for quite some time, since all the way back up in here in May of 2021, and then the support way down here, and also May of 2021, has created what we can call a descending triangle. That's what I call a descending triangle. And in order to break out of that, you got to get past 40 cents. And that's why that key area is so important. And that's why we have resistance 1 and 2 here. Because if you take it into the short term, that other chart I was showing you is the longer time frames. This is a shorter time frame look at things. And that's how we can get through the falling channel. So I break it down and make it as easy as possible for everybody to understand. And I do it in a very basic way, because I know some of you, it's the first time you're ever going to try to attempt to look and open up a chart. You may love XRP, you may want to know more about XRP, but at the end of the day, you're trying to learn how to do the chart, so you buy at the best and most opportune time. So now let's figure out what a falling channel is. Now that I've shown you exactly what it is, let's do it by definition. So a falling channel is a technical analysis tool that is used to identify a trend in a financial instrument's price movement. It is also known as a downward channel or descending triangle, which it can turn into a descending triangle, but the falling channel can also prove to be a very strong area of resistance or support, and if that support holds stronger than the resistance will bust, and that old resistance will become the new support to push up to the next level. A falling channel is formed by drawing two parallel trend lines, one above the price action and one below it. The upper trend line connects the highs, while the lower trend line connects the lows. The slope of the upper trend line is downward, indicating a downward in the asset's price movement. The slope of the lower trend line is also downward, but at a lesser angle than the upper trend line. This indicates a potential level of support, which may cause the price to bounce up before continuing to move down. And now you can see it here. As I stated before, this is the falling resistance, the falling support. So we've got support and the resistance, both downtrending, both parallel down. So now we're trying to figure out exactly where we're going from here. Now, if we just continue, the slope of the upper trend line is downward, indicating a downtrend in the asset's price movement. The slope of the lower trend line is also downward, but at a lesser angle than the upper trend line. This indicates a potential level of support which may cause the price to bounce up before continuing to move down. Traders and investors use falling channels to identify potential buying and selling opportunities. If the price bounces up from the lower trend line, it may indicate a potential buying opportunity, as the price is likely to continue moving higher within the channel. If the price breaks below the lower trend line, it may indicate a potential selling opportunity, as the price is likely to continue moving lower within the channel. Overall, falling channels can be used to manage risk and identify potential entry and exit points for traders. It is important to note that falling channels are not always perfect, and prices may break out of the channel at times, leading to a change in trend direction. And as you can see here, if you're just looking at a pure wick, we had a few wicks break below this falling channel support to get us all the way down to 362. We have a support down here at the 362 level, so that's how we know that area very well. So even if it breaks through, we're not fooled. We know this level. We've been a part of it for a very long time. So to me, that channel is still in existence, and it's been since January 23rd. So now we're going to see, does it come all the way up here? Do we get a rejection at 404? Or do we come all the way up to the 432 level? That's all I'm looking for right now. But one way or another, we're going to have to figure this out. And it looks like this morning we're starting off hot. So pay attention. Don't miss your time in history to buy XRP. Don't miss it because you're caught up on all the FUD, you're caught up on all the nonsense, and you're listening to all the jabronis that aren't paying attention. Because right now, XRP, even sitting now at $3.995 under 40 cents, I've been talking about it for days, months, weeks, for a very long time since XRP was at $1.66, that these are the times that you buy XRP. These are the times that you show your love for XRP, because you're down 80% right now from the 2021 highs. This is the time you start to accumulate and you start to build as we go down. Let's just say you bought 10,000 shares here and it costs you $3,993. It gets to 35, you buy a little bit more. It gets to 30, you buy more. By the time it gets to 25, you bought the same amount again. Or 20. But the point is, if it goes down, you can buy more so you can change your buying in average. My God, if you had a 39-cent XRP buy-in average, that's not the end of the world. $1.98 doesn't feel as good. But you can see we're hovering right now. 40 cents, 3.99. This is the key resistance. So watch this. This morning as we sit at 3.999, that is the key resistance for XRP right now, right where we're at. Right where we're at. That's resistance 1. We're essentially getting up to resistance 1. You got to get to 404, but 40 cents is that first key level to break to try to push out of a descending triangle. That goes back many, many years, like I showed you in the initial pattern. Real quick, we'll take a look at Bitcoin, see what its higher ambitions are if it pushes up. And then I'll let you guys see this update because it's very important on this Monday morning before the Dow opens and we get into the actual trading. So right now, Bitcoin, this is the multi-year trend line coming down, this downtrending blue line. We held this support at 21,965. Now we've got resistance, very heavy resistance at 25,194. If we break that, so resistance 1 right now, 25,194. Resistance 2, 26,570 or 26,600 this morning. So remember, resistance 1, 25,194. Resistance 2, 26,600. For us right now, we have a very critical first support at 24,500. We're going to need to try to hold. If not, we can look at this immediate short-term uptrend just so we can kind of see where we might have to come consolidate. So to me, and you can see the numbers underneath, but I'm trying to give you a quick S1, S2. So support 24,600 on support 1. Support 2 right around 23,000. So that's what I'd be looking at this morning. And then if we look at the DXY as we walk out the door, DXY is at 103 spot 855. And it has had a nice push up, but now we're going to have to break out of this key resistance level at 104 spot 30 approximately. We pushed up, couldn't push over. These are fake outs as of right now. So 104 spot 288 approximately. So 104 spot 29 we need to break over. Or if we want to break the uptrending support, 103 spot 457. So what breaks first? S1 at 103 spot 45 or resistance 1 at 104 spot 28. If you break 104 spot 28, you have a chance to go all the way up to 106 spot 20. If you break this uptrending support, you have a chance to break all the way down to that 101 level. That's the key. You do have a support here at 102 spot 60. So we have to pay attention to this as well. So we'll put this in here just in case. Now, you know what? I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to mess this board up. So if you got any value out of this update, make sure to hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel as we're approaching 15,600 subscribers now. And if you look in the video description below or the pinned messages, you can join Tom's Army or join me on the exchanges so you can trade XRP. Get on BITGET, get on MEXC where there's no spot fees, and also UPHOLD, except, you know, you're going to have to send it back to UPHOLD because the spot fees are higher, but it's still my most trust and I have my most capital there, and I'll send it back and forth to different exchanges. So make sure you're doing it the best possible way, and make sure you don't miss this time in history with XRP. You're not going to get a second chance. We're not going to go way back up in a bull market and come way down like this for over a year or a year and a half and be able to consolidate and pick up XRP at sub 40 cents. It's just never going to happen again. So you're going to have to pay attention to this time in history, and you're not going to want to get left behind. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, there's simply no point in this journey.